Okay, I've had LASIK done, which was absolutely phenomenal, because not being able to see without glasses, you know, and you can't see the clock across the bedroom, so you don't know what time you're waking up, to being able to look outside and see the street behind you and the fields behind you was like a miracle.
I am 69 years old and I am a professor, I'm a missionary teacher and writer by profession. Several years ago, a little over 10 years ago, I had a very serious eye injury. A block of wood flew off a table saw and hit me in the right face in the eye socket and lacerated the cornea of my right eye, very serious injury. I had emergency surgery to stitch the eye, restore the cornea, but hadn't seen for all of that period of time, for over 10 years. I had light perception, but I could only see my fingers if I held them very, very close to my face. It was like looking through a very thick piece of glass, you might say. And I had been to a previous doctor, an eye doctor, and I was told that the procedure would be very difficult, would be very high risk at that time, could cause some hemorrhaging. So I accepted the situation. And then ultimately, when I returned to the doctor, he recommended Dr. Jackson to me as an individual who was capable of doing that procedure. Technology had advanced to the point that that could be possible. So I contacted Dr. Jackson, had the best of care possible. His staff was very, very friendly to me and very helpful. Had a wide range of tests, including the cornea and the retina. The retina was intact, but the lens was extremely hard and extremely thick. It was traumatized from the accident. I was told previously that actually some of the tissue from the lens was growing into the iris, and it would be a very dangerous procedure. Indeed, he was very honest with me. After the results came back, he said this is probably out of 25,000 procedures among the top 10 most difficult. He couldn't even use the laser. He said he'd have to go in with ultrasound, try to break it up through vibration. But he was going to do it. He was going to give it a try, and I was more than willing to allow him to do that. I was very hopeful. So when the day came, procedure, I can recall I was in a twilight phase with anesthetics. I was listening to the conversation while he was doing the procedure, and I remember that it was only a 15 or 20 minute procedure. He said, "It's done. We got it out. We got a new lens in, one small stitch and outside of the eye, and they inserted a new lens, and in a matter of days that sight was restored. I still have some obscurity because of the scars on the cornea from the previous surgery, but all things considered, my sight is almost perfectly restored in the right eye, and I'm enjoying that very, very much. And I told the staff that it's nothing short of a miracle. I've been personally praying about that and asking God to find some way, if it were possible, to restore that sight. So I can't express how grateful I am to Dr. Jackson for his professional attitude, his good sense of humor. We developed a good friendship. Frankly, I enjoyed the ride very much, and I'm here today to express my gratitude to Dr. Jackson and his staff. Thank you very much.
Dr. Jackson has a great team here. Every one of them is wonderful, caring. They all know you by name, which is really nice. And I just can't imagine ever not having gone through the different procedures that I did have with Dr. Jackson. He's my hero. It's a whole new world when all of a sudden you go from not being able to see without glasses or contacts to just waking up in the morning and everything is perfect. It's just wonderful. There's just hardly any way to describe the feeling that you get and the release that you get from the glasses and the contacts and all those cumbersome details that you had to do before. It's unbelievable.
When I had the first eye corrected, the first thing I noticed was everything looked yellow on the uncorrected eye. I didn't realize how when you have cataract, things start getting dingy and yellow and yellower and yellower. But after the first procedure, that eye, everything was bright again. And I just, that was just really, really enjoyable to see there it's going to be brighter again, you know. That was cool.
He is crazy about his sports teams. Yeah. All we hear is Cubs and Raiders, Cubs and Raiders. So I never had the heart to tell him I'm a Sox fan.
No, you're not.
Yes, I was. Growing up, I always liked the Sox.
I know. That's true. Don't tell him.
We just did.
What made me choose Jackson I was his reputation. I loved how warm and inviting he was, and I really felt comfortable with his care.
I feel great about his care. I told some of the people here that what I liked the most about it, it was uneventful. There was no discomfort, and I can see better now than I can remember seeing.